Hello, my freaky darlings. Welcome back. This week I'm investigating the Goatman of Maryland. So, in 1971, a University of Maryland student, George Litzimer, completed an undergrad folklore project on the Goatman that was later added to the Maryland Folklife Archives. According to George's paper, the Goatman was located on Tucker Road in Clinton, Maryland. Later the same year, a reporter, Karen Hostler, discovered George's paper in the archives and reported on it in the Prince George's County News in October 1971. So I guess it was a slow news day. Anyway, Karen placed the Goatman near Fletchertown Road in Bowie, Maryland, and said that the Goatman's origins can be traced to the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. Now, while Goatman stories originated in the early 1970s, some of its legends are set in the 1950s within Prince George's County, following the disappearances and or deaths of multiple dogs, which were later attributed to the Goatman. But given the condition of the remains, the deaths were probably because of passing trains. I mean, who gives a fuck about logic and fact and evidence? Anyway, despite the evidence to the contrary, stories of Goatman's existence continued to circulate, especially among local students. Graffiti reading Goatman happened quite a bit, and law enforcement received a fair amount of calls reporting sightings. Needless to say, a number of them were prank calls. Duh. Bored students are obviously going to have fun with a legend like the Goatman. Yeah. I mean, if you were a student in Maryland, wouldn't you? Anyway, the Goatman apparently had a human face, but a body covered in hair. Descriptions varied on whether he bore a greater resemblance to a hairy humanoid or a human with the lower portion of a goat, similar to the fauns of Greek mythology. Goatman was also rumored to reside in a makeshift shelter in the wooded region of northwestern Prince George's County, near the vicinity of Bowie. Occasionally it was rumored that Goatman would venture out to kill a dog or rush up abruptly, beating cars with an axe. What's his thing with dogs? I mean, why kill dogs? I mean, it's just weird. I mean, dogs are cute. Anyway, so according to some variations of the legend, Goatman had apparently been a scientist who worked in the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. In this version, an experiment on goats backfired, and the scientist mutates into a half-man, half-goat creature who begins aggressively attacking cars in the vicinity of Beltsville, Maryland. I have questions about that experiment. What the fuck was he doing to goats? Like, really? It's just weird. Okay. Anyway, another variation of the legend holds that Goatman himself was an old hermit who lived in the woods and often could be seen walking alone at night along Fletchertown Road. According to University of Maryland folklorist Barry Pearson, the Goatman legend began long ago and was further popularized in 1971 when the death of a dog was blamed on Goatman by local residents. Pearson relates that bored teenagers keep the Goatman legend alive by repeating the story and suggesting that the creature attacks couples frequenting the local Lover's Lane, subsequently stirring interest in sites like Fletchertown Road. Yeah, but I still have questions as to the experiments that fucker was doing on the goats. And the whole dog fixation thing. So many questions. But anyway, I must also admit that this particular urban legend was one I'd never heard of. Possibly because I've never attended the University of Maryland and don't know anyone who has. But have you heard of it? And have you heard of any interesting variations on it? If you have, please let me know, especially if you know what the fuck the guy was doing to the goats. That's it for this week. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and share it with people who are also fascinated by some weird shit like haunted places, urban legends, unsolved mysteries, conspiracy theories, serial killers, mythical creatures, ghosts, and other things that go bump in the night. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and if you do go wandering around the streets of Maryland and spot the Goatman, please ask him what his fucking story is. Seriously, and let me know. Inquiring minds would like to know. Anyway, bye.